Just reading some of the comments on the Filthy Fiesta video. Really helpful comments. Spray Lenore, diluted it down to 1 to 10, i.e. fabric conditioner. Use a rubber glove, and the static will pick off the dog hair. All really good. A pet rock as well. Loads and loads of comments. 185,000 views. 396 comments, and oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Oh no, I've got a complaint. Stop playing loud music over the video. It's making it unwatchable. I know what you mean. I try to be best for these videos. I try and keep it going and do the best editing and everything else. Anyway, I hope that's a lot better for you. I've turned it down. Welcome back to the Dolden Details channel. Yeah, that was just me taking a piss. It's just a bit of fun. Don't take it seriously. Oh dear. No offence to the guy that made the comment as well. He'll be like, unsubscribe, thumbs down. Anyway, on to this week's video. And where the hell have you been for the last 3 weeks, Paul? Been rather busy actually, doing other little projects of mine. Anyway, on to this week's video. Sam from Eclipse Car Care. These are a UK-based detailing company, not just a product company. They are a UK-based detailers, should I say. These are based in Staffordshire, and they cover around the Cheshire area, I believe. Only got a basic range of these products to test this week, which is good really, because I want to keep this nice and simple this week. I don't want to elaborate too much on the rest of the range. We're going to start with the first one, which is a very basic. This is one of my favourites, obviously the citrus pre-wash. These only come in a 500ml range at the moment, these products, and it's £6 delivery. So bear that in mind when you order. Right, this is the citrus pre-wash. This can be used exterior, interior. If you've seen one of my videos before, I'm a big fan of these. Heavy soiling 1 to 1, medium soiling dilute 1 to 5, and 1 to 10 for light soiling. We're going to use this on the tyres and on the lower parts of the vehicle in conjunction with the wax safe, sealant safe snow foam. Once again, this is 1 to 10, 1 to 2, 5 for a thinner layer of foam, allowed to dwell for 5 to 10 minutes. I'm probably going to put the usual in. I normally go 50ml for really light use, 80ml, bump it up a bit, and then just go full hog, 100ml, which is around about 1 inch in a 1 litre lance. That's normally the guide. Snow foam, pH neutral cherry car shampoo, no wax additives in this one. It's just normal run-of-the-mill pH neutral high foaming shampoo. We'll go through the smells later on, because I've actually there's some interesting smells coming from these bottles. Interior trim cleaner and dressing, so it's an all-in-one. So normally these are a little bit hit and miss. They tend to be, you've got to use your APC first and then you just dress over with these, but this in fact does both. So it'll be interesting to see what it does. Now the BMW isn't exactly filthy. The plan was to do a Ford KA this week, and that's off doing something else, shopping. So we're going to use it on the BMW. So it's not particularly filthy, so a little bit of a disclaimer for all the old keyboard warriors out there. Probably the same person that moaned about the music being too loud. He's definitely going to unsubscribe now. So that's the interior trim and dress cleaner. And then finally the quick detail. No glass cleaner this week. I'll go use another glass cleaner on the BMW. Not a problem. So it's a high gloss, hydrophobic finish. So the old beading action. on the Beamer, and that is it for the products this week. So quick gassing because we've got a lot to do today, and get out there and get your hands nice and cold. Take 198. Right, this is the rinse down stage with the music turned down suitably. No, those wheels are not dirty, they have been refurbed. These are the BBS alloys from the late 80s. This is the citrus wash, 1 to 5 dilution rate. First of all, give those tyres a damn good scrubbing before you go anywhere near the wheels. So it's more of an all-purpose cleaner stroke citrus pre-wash. These two can get a bit confused. I tend to think that all-purpose cleaners aren't wax safe. In this case, the citrus wash is. But in strong dilution rates, I'm not so sure. So, give the wheels a damn good scrubbing and then rinse them down. What this stuff is good at is lower parts of the vehicle. So before you attack this car with any form of snow foam, rinse it down, and then we're going to apply the citrus wash. One of the worst parts of a car is the rear, which is ironic really, because it's the worst part of a human if you think about it. So it's a dirty rear. Spray it with the citrus and then allow the snow foam to go over the top, allowing it to dwell that much longer. This is the citrus just dwelling away. And now it's time for Insta snow foam. You want to give this around 5 to 10 minutes dwell time. On a cold day, it's not so bad. Do not worry about the rear of that vehicle. That got hit, do not worry. So it's not just for pretty picture snow foam. Have a look at this. There you go. There's the crud coming off the car. So that was a rinse down. And once the rinse down was complete, it was time for the 2-bucket wash with the Cherry Car shampoo. Now, this is pretty thick stuff. In fact, it's bloody thick, to be honest with you. I kind of expected more suds, more lava, should I say, overflowing the bucket like some sort of bloody great volcano, but it didn't happen. So first impressions count. Yes, there is lubricant there. It's when it gets to this stage, after you've been doing so many reviews on UK brands, you get very, very nitpicky. And put it this way, this would still knock the top brands off their perch. It's getting to that degree where the UK brands are, in my opinion, still better than the stuff that's off the shelf. It's not the foamiest, but it's still a bloody good shampoo. And that's me being nitpicky. So that's what you're left with. Some suds just sitting there waiting to be rinsed down. Then after you've done all that, it's time for a rinse down. And this is what you're left with before the drying stages. So once you've finished drying it by air and towel, it's time for the quick detailer. So not only just adding protection, this is to add gloss. What I did find is, don't know what it's to do with the temperature of the panels, it seemed a little bit draggy. It kind of took a little while to haze over and go off. It's probably due to the air temperature. But once it went off, it did produce a very nice gloss, and it was quite easy to work with, but just required a little bit more elbow grease. And the paint is nowhere near perfect on this car, I can tell you that for a fact. Now it's time for the interior trim cleaner dressing. Now, I didn't hoover the car, that's down to my son, he can do that bit, because I'm fed up doing it, to be honest with you. So it's just a case of a demonstration purposes only, don't take this to heart. This is literally just trying it on the interior trim. This is a matte dressing, it's not a glossy one, it's a matte one. It's a more OEM finish. Did it take off any dirt? Well, let's just have a look at this cloth. A little bit of residue there, not a huge amount, but enough. So the dashboard suffering from the usual BMW cracks. That's going to be sorted out, shall I say, later on this year. There's a slight darkening effect, even though it's matte, it still creates some sort of a darkening effect, as you can see on the trims. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is a very, very quick maintenance wash from Eclipse Car Care. We're back in the back cave. Let's go through these products. Let's go through the pros and the cons. So, not particularly dirty this week, the BMW. More mud of an issue under the wheel arches. Don't forget that it's a classic car, hasn't got plastic arches inside, so you've got to make sure you get rid of all that shit, because they have a tendency to rust inside out. And it is an 80s car, so bear that in mind if the classic car lovers out there. Always clean those arches and clean the wheels. Anyway, wheels, tyres. Wheels have been refurbed. They are powder coated BBSs from the 1980s, I believe. These were fitted to the M Sport cars. These are originals, have been refurbed, powder coated. Look very, very nice. So they weren't particularly dirty. More the tyres with this stuff, citrus, and the lower parts of the car. How did it perform? Well, 1 to 5, pretty good on the tyres, not too bad. And obviously lower parts, sort of belt and braces, the rear of the cars you saw on the boot lid around the number plate, brought the chrome up quite nicely. You expect that from 1 to 5, that's quite strong. Not bad. Does it smell citrusy? No, not really, it's not that strong at all. So not a bad product. Unfortunately, none of these are available in bulk sizes at the moment. I've got to tell you guys that they are only available in the 500ml sizes at the moment. So that was the citrus. Then we had the snow foam. It's quite a thick snow foam, although I did put 100ml in. My ratios tend to be 50, 80 and then 100ml, or 1 inch for old school measurements, which is more or less the norm in the 1 litre Lance. Not bad stuff, it's okay. It's getting very difficult to criticise snow foams. They all pretty much do the same thing. You might get a very, very cheap eBay jobby that just falls on the floor and does pretty much nothing. But when you get to these UK brands and then some of the other brands which are coming in the future, they seem to be, I don't know, it's just really difficult to criticise them. They do work. Could I got away with not using it? Probably, to be honest with you, because you could just jet off most of the stuff, but it softens some of the other stuff which is in like the door rubbers and things like that. And on a classic car, it's quite important to get do a really good pre-wash, as it is on most cars. So not a bad one. Now this was interesting. The cherry shampoo is very, very strong, as in smell, very, very thick. It's not hugely foamy. It's got a nice lubricant action to it. It's not the best shampoo I've ever used, but it's not bad. But it is a safe shampoo. So overall, not bad. Then it came down to the glossy stuff. Now, don't know if it was because it was a cold day. It says he in 2 t-shirts. And no, I'm not wearing thermals. This was a little bit draggy. Once it's buffed, it more or less behaves like a spray wax, although when you spray it on the car it doesn't look waxy. There's no residue as such, there's no streaking, but you've got to give it a good old work and flip the towel over a couple of times. But it does produce a very nice gloss, more of a wax, more of a sprayable wax than a QD in my opinion. And it does obviously, well, it says it beads up. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get the car wet again. Believe you me, the nooks and crannies in this car, it takes longer to bloody dry it than it does wash it. But yeah, very good. This one, the interior trim, not too sure about this. It says matte, although it did have a very slight darkening effect, but it did remove some of the grimes you saw on the cloth. So it is an all-in-one after all, as it says. It's a trim, cleaner, dressing, you know, not too sure about the smells. Not a bad product. So overall, it's a pretty good range. I'd say the winner on the day was probably the quick detailer for the gloss levels it produces. We have got more stuff coming on QDs. If you've been looking at my Instagram, you think, oh, when's the Sonax review? It is coming. We're just running short of time. I will get these reviews out, I can assure you, but on the day, this one was the winner. Now, comes to smells. I'm not the best at smelling things, as you know. The quick detailer, right. This one, in my opinion, it smells like cough medicine, like that Courvoisier stuff. I think that's it, Courvoisier. Very, very sweet smell. However, this one, now this is I'm going to say this is the con out of everything, out of the entire day. That smells like old people. No, not mothballs and piss. It smells of Dove soap. Very, very strong, soapy smell, very fragrant. I wouldn't say it's my favourite smell in the world. That is my main dislike about the product is its smell. It's a bit too old persony, in my opinion. Sorry guys, I've got to be honest with you. The snow foam doesn't really smell, and the citrus is very, very mild. So that's the smells out of the way with. So all the prices will be put on the web link below. As I said, it's £6 delivery, so bear that in mind when you're ordering stuff. You know, don't, in my opinion, just don't order one bottle. If you're going to do an order and you want to try them, just order at least 2. I think it's over 100 quid as free delivery. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thanks to Sam for sending this stuff down. Also, thanks sending down the Limestone Brewery beers. They were very, very nice, very enjoyable. Keep your eye on the channel. Apologies for the lack of videos. I keep saying this. I'm going to get told off for this. The plan was to do one every other week, and because I've been snowed under with other work and the weather's not been the best, I haven't been able to get the videos out as quick as I can. We've got a lot more videos coming with not only stuff from the UK, got some accessories coming up. Keep your eye on the Instagram page for that one. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, because that really helps the channel progress, and keep your comments, your interactive comments, good or bad. I was only joking about the beginning. Keep them coming, keep subscribing. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Say bye.